really simple question. What are you looking for when hiring somebody?
So I used to have 3 frameworks. I've changed them a little bit, so I'll give you guys the most cutting edge. And I used Warren Buffett's for a long time, which is, if you want to write it down, it's energy, it's energy, intelligence, and integrity. So energy. Are they lazy? You want a person who walks fast. They come into your office and they're slow, they have no energy. Larry King told me of all successful people he's ever interviewed, from dictators, celebrities, sports athletes, the number one defining characteristic was drive. You have drive, and that's, in simple English, energy. No energy, you're done. So for all of you who suffer with energy issues, write an amazing book on how you solve that problem. People will pay you. You gotta get energetic. So I used to use energy. Integrity is more like, I use it as integrity to systems. If you tell them every day, be here at 10, post this by 10:30, and they always do it at 10:45, they have no integrity to your system. And the third is intelligence. You need creative problem solving. Most people, you tell them, go bring me a drink. They walk to the door, it's locked, they come back, no, I don't have the water. Why? The door was locked. Well, kick it down or go around another door is what I feel like saying. Now the way I hire is a little different. It's around learning ability. And because I've given up on finding good people. You and I put myself right in there with everybody in this room. If you were educated by the system, and everything's pretty much the system, public school, private school, charter system, even your own parents who might be great people. My mom's a nice person. She was tricked by the system. Everybody now is pretty much system oriented. They're full of flaws in their thinking, not because they're not good people, but because of the system. And so I gave up on, my old model was find badass people. Well, the problem with badass people is they're running $100 million companies. So I haven't figured out what paycheck I can send them. Elon, do you want to come work for me? You made $14 billion. I'll pay you $350 plus a 401k. Can't get them. So what I do now is go, how can I take people, take them out of the ghetto, take them out of wherever, and how to make them learn fast. And what I look for now, you can write this down, the 3 ways to learn faster. You want to learn how to speed read, you want to learn how to do jiu-jitsu in half the time, double the results. It's this. First thing I look for is awareness. People who are super spacey and don't have the ability to focus, forget about it. This ADD thing is robbing people of their lifeblood, and everybody, like Kobe Bryant is a focused dude. It's insane how he focuses. I mean, I sit next to him on the court. It's like 6 inches. I see the truth. This dude's real focused. Joel Salatin, focused. Alex, my friend, sometimes Alex is zoned out. He's in the same room. You're like, Alex, and he's just like, and I ask him what he's doing. He goes, I'm solving a problem. He likes to drive from San Francisco. I say, why? He goes, then I have 6 hours to think on one problem. I always go with one problem, 6 hours to LA and 6 hours back. You can find people with raw talent who can focus. If they're super spacey, be careful, unless you really want to be somebody's mom and dad. The second thing I look for is adaptability. By the way, these are the first 3 of the 67 steps is where I got them. The second one's adaptability. Some people, even when you show them that you're right, they just don't change. Whoever had somebody like that in their life. You're like, oh, you see this? It didn't work. Let's not do it again. No, I'm just kind of that person. I had a guy in my training program, I call it the business bodyguard, and this dude, I have a top poker guy come train me once or twice a week. Because I play poker anyway. I turn a camera on. I'm like, do you want to learn how to play poker? I'll bring in the best poker trainers. Get paid to do what I like. One of my trainees was there, and he had a pair of 7s. Anybody here play poker? A pair of 7s. And he folded before the flop. And the poker trainer said to him, I think he was right after the big blind. It was only 3 of us playing. And the poker dealer, who's also trained the top poker players in the world, said, you shouldn't have folded. You have a 51% chance of winning. And this is what the guy, I want to reach over to the table and smack him in the head. My HR person wouldn't like this. He goes, yeah, you're probably right, but I usually fold a pair of 7s. I said, it's math, moron. He just showed you. He doesn't have a vested interest in it. He's here to teach us. He's not tricking us. He's not playing against us. I never liked that guy out. He was out. I ain't hiring nobody that gets the best poker trainer in the world and going to argue with them over statistics. Statistics are statistics. Yeah. The third thing I look for. So look for people that when you show them the obvious truth, they go, change on a dime. And I try to hold myself to this standard. I went to the Oscars this year. It was pretty cool. And I had my whole tuxedo on, and it was a crazy day because I had lunch with Tommy Hilfiger. And I had to cut it short. I was like, oh my God, I'm cutting this meeting short because I'm getting in the fashion world, and you know, he's a pretty big dude, right? And so I said, I only got like 10 minutes. We were at the Peninsula Hotel. What's the number one thing I need to know about building my fashion brand? He goes, number one, make a good logo. Now, for years, I've told all my staff logos aren't important. This is a thing that I was stubborn on. And for the business I have been in, it hasn't been important. But I instantly texted my office, change of directions, get me a badass logo. Because when a guy who built $1 billion brand tells you something, just go, thank you. I'm not going to sit there and be like this guy going, no, I'm thinking of build. I've sold 2 t-shirts, so find people that when you show them the truth, they turn on a dime. The third attribute, I know this is a long answer to the question, but it's an important question. The third thing that you look for is humility. And I don't want anybody who gets butthurt, basically. I like people who get excited when they get. I love when Tommy Hilfiger told me that. I'm like, great, I'm gonna put this on all my social media. I'm gonna make a YouTube video. Guys, I'm stupid. I've been telling everybody I want to be humble enough that I get excited. And very few people, nobody is all 3 of these, by the way. So here's my advice to you. Get 2 out of 3 and whip the 3rd out of them or into them. You won't get all 3. I never had all 3. But I have gotten 2 out of 3. So when I find 1 out of 3 or 0 out of 3, I'm just like, you know what? You should go work for this dude. And I give him my competitor's phone number. I'm like, you'd be great over there. I had that once. One of my high-level employees in a company, I was going to fire him when he quit and went and worked for my competitor. And I was thinking, how can I send a limo to make sure he shows up to that job? Because he's going to decimate that company over there. Anyway, yeah.